Welcome back to another vlog. Yesterday I didn't make a vlog because I had to spend the entire day doing that temple visit video. It took me an entire day to do it. I don't know why. Maybe if you do it in a laptop it's going to be faster than this, right? I am not just making up. I'm not exaggerating. It actually took the entire day, and I slept very late after finishing it, because when you start something you want to just keep on doing it until you're done with it. Okay, so I just kept on and on and on, and there were some hitches there, here and there, which I had to deal, but then finally it was over at 12:30, around 12 o'clock. So I slept very late. So what I decided today is that I will take a power nap in the afternoon, because I didn't get proper sleep yesterday. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic, not a serious topic. This is about romance. This is about love. Love is our nature. Human beings are born with that nature to love each other. And every time that I have said that my nature is romance, in the sense it is in my blood, it is in the way I am created. I am made of love, in the sense I am very romantic. I don't know how to put it like. But through the phases of life, people change a lot. We all change, probably. Some of us change a lot more than the others. So here and there we have to just give up or kind of suppress the true identities of who we are, especially the ones that those are considered to be luxuries, like romance. We try to suppress them, we try to bury them, and we become someone who we are not. And we do well without those our natural colors, in the sense without romance we do okay in life, but here and there we have troubles. And then we realize that we have been living suppressing our true identities and who we are. A part of that is kind of missing. So that's what I like to talk about today, romance. Okay, is that a part of you? How romantic are you? Or is it like it takes a lot of effort for you to be romantic? So what basically is romance? It's a feeling of wanting to connect with someone. It's a feeling of wanting to get close with someone. It's a feeling of it's a feeling which I can compare only with all the good things in life, in the sense the things that you cannot buy. I wouldn't say the things that you need to afford. It's nothing like affordability, but the thing is you cannot buy them. Like spending a time in the beach, looking at the sunset, or things like that, which needs a little or a lot of aesthetic sense I'm talking about. So what do you feel when you do that? Like you're standing and looking at a mountain, or a snow-covered mountain, or things like that, the beauty of nature. What is the feeling that you get when you admire the beauty standing there? And what is the feeling that you get when you read a nice poem, or things like that, which require a lot of aesthetic sense? What is the feeling that you get? So I can only connect romance with that feeling. It gives ripples in your heart, and it kind of awakens your soul, probably. So that's how it is. So for some people it takes a lot of effort to evoke the feelings of romance, while for others it happens easily because it is your nature. Like for me, it is my nature. How much ever I try to suppress it, it just shows up. So that's about love. Love or romance, I don't know how to explain both of it. Is it like love is a part of romance, or romance is a part of love, what it is? But I would like to say that love is the content, while the romance is as such the book. It's the outside part of it. It's like romance is the house that you live in, but love is what it makes a home. So I can only explain it that way. So when we talk of romance, it's basically we are talking about what's inside that, which is love, and not romance as such. So why is it a luxury these days to fall in love, or to be bold enough to accept your true nature? Is it that you're not finding someone that you can love? Is it that you've been looking around but you never found someone who evokes those kind of feelings in you? I don't know. It takes a long time to talk about all these things. These are deep topics which I'm so interested in talking. It must be experienced though, rather than talking about it. You need to experience it, what it is. Some people are born romantic, can't help it. It's the nature. They are born like that. You can't change them. Some things cannot be changed. No matter how much you try, they're going to be like that. But they don't reveal it because for many reasons, and one reason is that you've been trying to connect with people, but it doesn't seem like it's working that way. Whatever the attributes that you are being trying to look for so that you can connect with the other, it seems to be missing. So that's for that reason it doesn't work out. It's divinely, I can only say that, because it's so rare to find true love. It's very rare, I would say. And to be romantic, it's a blessing, because you can experience so much in life. And basically when God created us like to be living in abundance. God never wanted us to suffer or go through so much of pain or suffering and to be just in there. That is the main thing. It is a part of life, suffering and all these things. The difficulties that we have, it's a part of life. But God did not intend that we are left there with no help, because a lot of the help to take us out of it is within us, within our reach, within us in fact. And a lot more is in our surroundings. So God wanted us to be living in abundance, which means that is the way God has created this nature as such. We have everything that we need, maybe a little less or a little more. It varies, but we do have everything that is required for us to be living in abundance. So why did God create this kind of earth? Why did God want us to be living in abundance? It's because God wanted us to be blissful and living to the fullest in life. That is the intention why God created us. So while probably creating some of us, God just pumped a little more of hormones that's needed probably, or the spirit is so designed that we are innately romantic, which means that we are looking around for all the things that money cannot buy, like the feelings, like the pleasures and what not. We just looking around all the time. Wherever we are in a place, we just find beauty in everything, and whatever is beautiful, we are able to soak it in, we are able to absorb it, and that's how we differ from the other people. And such people are innately romantic. It's a blessing. There are many people, probably, I don't know, most of the times when I talk about myself, it's because I think I don't know anybody else better than I know myself. I don't know. Whenever I speak, that's a reason usually I bring my experiences into most of the conversations, because I cannot speak about somebody else as much as I can speak about myself, especially when it is about giving examples, about sharing experiences. A personal touch comes only when I am a part of it, because I know who I am much better than I would know who anybody else is. So that's the reason. So I was thinking, let me just sit and talk about romance, because you need to sit, because it's going to be very hard. Okay, now that I'm sitting, we can talk about it. Okay. Today morning I had something on my forehead. I think it's gone. Now it's so clear. Okay. So I was telling you about romance. Any other questions on romance? I don't know what to talk about romance more than this. It's the basic things. Either you have to put an effort to be romantic, or it just comes to you naturally. That's the only two ways you can talk about that. Either it comes to you naturally, or it is you have to make an effort. Effort is required. Even in love, I tell you, a lot of effort goes in. Though it happens naturally if you are innately romantic, but it does not work without hard work. You have to put a lot of hard work if you want the love to grow, because any relationship, I think it has to grow, right? Every other day we have to be investing into it, and it has to be intentional that it is growing. You need your love to grow. So if you're not making that effort, it is going to wither out, it's going to fade away, it's going to die out very soon. Love is not like any other emotion. If you don't make efforts, if you don't water it, if you don't nurture it, it will fade. Then all you are left is with memories. And if there is a hand of God, I think even memories can fade away. Yeah. So don't take it for granted just because you are innately romantic. It doesn't work out that way. You have to water it, you have to work, you have to put the efforts, and you have to make sure that the other person also knows what you feel about that person. Because it's like, see, you enjoy the company of someone you like. I had the experience, let me tell you that. I was so much in love with children. You know how much I love children. I love children, especially when they have not lost the innocence. So I had some children in school that I worked with whom I liked to spend a lot of time, but apparently those children did not like my presence more often because they had other things to do. So they wouldn't like to spend a lot of time with you, but I made sure that I get to relish every moment of their presence. And though they don't want my presence, I was being selfish, hanging around and looking at them and enjoying their company, because I derive some kind of pleasure from their presence. Just looking at them, what they were doing, it was giving me so much happiness. And so that is something like being in love. When you love someone, you just want to be around them, and sometimes it's just that you derive some kind of pleasure, some kind of inspiration, some kind of I don't know what can I say. Everything that you feel is just coming from their presence. They are there and you feel good. It comes to that point. So what happens is that when you are in love, you try to be around that person more often, because it feels really good being with them. And but the thing is that is a point that becomes kind of an unconditional love. But see, love is not as such a relationship. You want to turn love to a relationship, then it has to be mutual. So whatever feeling you experience must be shared, and the other person has to know that this is what you are feeling about them. Unless you make it clear to the other person, it just remains as love. You want to make it, turn it into a relationship, it has to work mutually. Especially, you need to let the other person know what you feel about them. It's very, very important. Unless you let them know, it's just going to be you derive some kind of pleasure by the presence. It's okay. You love someone, that's okay, but it will not turn out into a relationship. So you expect a relationship, you need to let the other person know that this is what you feel about that person. So there's a lot of risk involved. I know that. We knew it when we were in school. I knew it when I was in 11th grade. In the sense, I had some boys who had a crush on me. In the sense, whenever it's about love in school days, we call it crush. We don't say it is love, because we call it crush or infatuation because it will just fade away with time. Okay, but having said that, let me tell you, even as adults, if it is love, if you don't make the efforts, if it is not mutual, it will fade away. Nothing like love lasts forever. Love doesn't just naturally last forever. Maybe because see, life is like, in life we have so many relationships. We are playing a lot many roles in our lives, and so many people come into our lives, so many leave. So it's obvious that it's very difficult for a person to just live with one person, that I was in love with this person, I'm going to stick around with this person. No matter where the other person is, though there is no connection that you have maintained, it doesn't work out like that in today's life. The world has changed and it doesn't work out like that. Now everything is like, things are more of mutual, in the sense it's a give and take all the time. So you can just save your love in your memories, but you want a relationship, then it has to be mutual. But in our school days, the term that we used for this was crush, because it usually got crushed with time for various reasons, isn't it? So I remember what kind of feelings we had at those times, and how much of risk that we had to take if you were in love with someone, and if you wanted to convey to the other person, it was not easy at all. We never knew what that other person might feel for us, or so many things to calculate before we just propose, or before we just admit that this is what we feel for you. So it's not easy. So, but nowadays life is much easier for people, because people can connect in various ways, and that's the reason we have a lot of options as well. It's not like we just have to stick to one relationship even though it's not working. No, it's not there. We have options, a lot of options, because the world is very small now. We can connect with just anybody in this world, and take the risk. We are willing to take the risk no matter how hard it is. We want to give it a try and work out. And I totally support it, because that's the way we are now. Gone are the days when we had to just compromise and stick around with one relationship even though it doesn't work. So don't confuse between love and relationship. Love is fine. You can love anything or anyone in this world, and there is no risk in loving someone. But if you are thinking of a relationship, there's a lot of risk, because it has to be mutual, because you have to let the other person know what you feel about them and how much you care, especially your emotions. It's very important that they know what you feel about. And if you also feel like the same way, probably we can work it out. It's like that. That's how it works. Okay, so it's a beautiful topic, and it's a topic that we usually avoid because it's like talking about a luxury. It's not meant for everybody. We get a feeling when you're talking about luxuries, how many people can relate with it. We have other things to worry about and not love as such. That's a kind of feeling you get when you want to talk about love. But it's something so beautiful, like as I said, going and sitting by the beach side. It's so beautiful being at the beach side. This is becoming more of a rarest, I would say, if I can say so. Something that is rare than rare. That is love. I'm not talking about love in the sense you can love anyone, but you want to turn it to a relationship. It's totally different. We often say there is no true love. See, let me tell you one thing. Every relationship, it takes a lot of effort. So when we say that true love does not exist, what we mean is that no relationships stay together the same way forever. There's ups and downs, and if we are not able to hold on to the lows and just stick around when it is high, it's not going to work out. That's what we are saying. But first thing is that you need to deeply understand what is love. For that, I think you may have to be matured. One thing, we are not matured in our younger years. As we grow, we mature, and our definitions, our way of understanding our own feelings and emotions, everything changes, isn't it? So does our idea of what is love. When you say you love someone, what is that you're feeling? What is that you're feeling? Probably you'll have to write it down. Probably you have to just reflect on what is that you are feeling towards the other person. Especially, I mean, it is something that you're feeling for somebody else. That is what is love. I love you. What does it mean when you say that? It just means that this is the feeling I have for you. This is what I feel. I feel good when you are around, and that's the reason I keep making excuses to be around you, because seeing you, hearing you, and being around you makes me feel this way. That is what is love. So you have to be clear about it. What is that you feel for the other person? First and foremost thing is you have to be honest. Only honest people have the right to love. The people who are not honest, they cannot love. Love is not meant for people who can hide and who can tell lies and who don't want to, who just pretends. It's not meant for them. It is meant only for people who are bold and who are honest about their feelings and who are willing to tell someone that this is the kind of feeling that I have in your presence when you're around, because that is what is love. That is what takes you towards love. And nobody can stop you from that. You can love anyone in this world and nobody is going to stop you, because it is your right. And it is not like you are not violating anything doing that. But you want to turn it to a relationship. There are stages, there are procedures, it takes a long time. A lot of risk is involved in that. Something went into my eye, I thought, but it is not my eye. Something is there in my glasses. So let me just clean my glasses. Okay. So what is your idea of love? Talk to me. Okay, that is the topic. You have something to talk about love. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm not getting any questions. I've been looking here and there to find some questions, and I am not at all getting any questions. Where are the questions? So if I get some questions about romance and love, I would love to talk about it, because see, I have to find the questions, I have to get the answers. It's becoming difficult. Which movie is still in your memory that was based on love or romance? Is there any movie that you really like? Any movie? Don't ask me, because I do have it, but I don't like to share it. But I would like to know, is there any romantic movie that is still there in your mind, and what did you like about it, and what did you want to experience in your life, and what have you experienced until now? You have lived for so many years, like I keep saying, I've lived for 46 years, and have you ever experienced love? Of course I have. But have you experienced a relationship out of love? That's a different question, and my answer is no. So you have to be honest. Okay, honesty is still the first chapter. Don't hide it. You want to keep it private, it's not for you. Then you'll have to deal with your own problems. Or you want to share it only with some people, some special people, then keep it that way. It's up to you. It's your wish. Nobody is going to force you on anything. Okay, but let me tell you, you have to be honest. When I ask you this question, have you ever been in love, you have to think on that. You have to reflect on it. Especially I'm talking about the feelings that you're having, that you have had for someone else. This is what I feel. You should be honest about it and not hide it at all. And then comes the question, have you ever had a relationship that blooms out of love? That's the next question. My answer is no. And what is your answer? Have you ever experienced it? We cannot be honest and lie, because sometimes we just cannot. There are many other reasons attached with it. We all know that. But I'm telling you, that is the best thing you can do. When you're honest, it's a therapy. It's the best thing that you can do. You have to practice honesty. Be honest with yourself, your relationship, the way you feel about your emotions, the way you feel about things as such. All this matters. Okay, so let's take a break. Probably I will come up with some other thoughts, and let me clean my glasses. I can't see from one small little portion. Something is there. You want me to take you to sunlight? I have sunlight, enough sunlight today. Today is a sunny day, a bright day, and today's 28th. How many more days left? I always wear collar dresses because I don't know, I really like collar dresses. It's a great feeling. I don't like this kind of any other necks. Whenever I take a kurta or I stitch a salwar, I usually go for collar necks. I don't know why. And even t-shirts, when I buy, I like with collar. So that's how it is. So let's take a pause. Okay, did you watch my video that I made yesterday by any chance? It took me an entire day's effort. If I had a laptop, I would have finished it in a matter of 2 hours. I don't know why I'm not buying a laptop. I have no idea at all why I'm not investing in that. I can, but I am not motivated for I don't know what reasons. I'm not motivated, but I need to. This is taking me too long doing this with a mobile. It takes a long time, and there are many features which we don't have in a mobile, which we have in a laptop. And you know, I'm so much in love with the laptop keys. My writing improves so much when I do it in laptop, because my fingers, there's some magic when my fingers touch the keyboard of a laptop, which you cannot compare when you're doing in a mobile, because in mobile it's about just your thumb and that's it. But see, it is not like that when you use a laptop. It's totally different. So I want to get a laptop. I've been thinking from a long time, waiting for some miracle to happen, and hoping that my things turn out better and something opens up and I would just buy it then. But it's taking far too long now. Now 22 is over, we are getting into 23, and I really do have no idea what I am waiting for to buy a laptop. You can make out when I buy a laptop, because I'm going to write much better and more, being more active on social platforms, because I cannot stop myself from writing when I get a laptop. Hopefully this 2023 I'm going to buy one. Okay, let's see. There are two things lined up in my things to buy. One is laptop, another one is headphone. I have 3-4 headphones which I don't know, for some reason it's all damaged and I'm not able to use it, and so because of that reason I'm not danced from a very long time. It's a long time I'm not danced. I don't like it. I love dancing, and almost a month now I feel really bad. So I have to invest in a headphone as well, which is very easy, which is not so difficult, not as difficult as getting a laptop also. So probably in this week I will get that. Okay, if I get it, definitely I'll show you which one I've got. Let me clean my glasses, please. Now it's much better. Okay, let me take you to sunlight. You need some sunlight, don't you? Need sunlight? You do. Okay, so we do have sunlight here, and I'm going to show the same thing like I showed the other day. Oh wow, wow, wow. Nothing compares to sunlight. Now this is one corner. I can't see what's there on the camera. This is one corner here where you get plenty of sunlight. You want sun, just come and stand here a while and you get plenty of it. It's good for your health, it's good for your skin, it's good for you in various ways if you don't know. So that's about it. Okay, now I'll take you here, and wow, it feels like so good. It actually feels good to stand in the sun and be back in shade. This feels much better. So next time when I go for glasses, I'm going to get it gray. I don't think this is gray. They have put brown, I think. No, what do you think? This is brown. So you need to get gray next time. Okay, whenever I'm changing my frame. I love this frame, and that's the reason I've not changed it. I've said this many times. Don't repeat it, JC. Don't speak about the same things again and again. Nobody is interested in listening to the same things. You have to keep changing it. Do you have anything else to speak about than your glasses? Okay, so I've spoken so much about love. Now it's your turn to tell me what is in your mind. What is the questions? You have some questions you asked me about romance. This is all I can tell you about it. You love someone, make it clear to them, let them know you want a relationship. You have to do that. That's the next step. When you love someone, you have to make it obvious to other person that you care about. Okay, and the next thing is because you want to try and work out a relationship, it is important that you remain honest. That's how it works. Whoever it is, I'm just telling you. Okay, we didn't know this when we were in our teenage, probably when we didn't know that when we were in our youth as well, but now we know better, so we speak better, and let's also do better. Experiences makes us better in many ways, don't you think so? We are obviously much better than who we were before. Does it work that way for you? Do you think you are much better than who you were before? So if you think you are better, you need to work it out in life as well. Okay, so that's how it is. We're going to close this video here. I hope it is short and sweet, and I've spoken something about romance and love. The main things, as I said, is don't confuse your love as a relationship. Love is not a relationship, it's two different things. You can love anybody, and it's free, there's nothing attached to it. But you want a relationship, there's so many things, things are different. So it's your choice. Do you like to love someone, or do you like to take a chance, go to the next level and have a relationship? I wish everybody good luck in that, including myself. because relationships are as such beautiful, and a romantic or love relationship can grow into a healthy relationship if it is between people who are meant to be together. That's all we can say. There are so many things. If you go into that, there are lots of things that work which keeps us together. It's not just love, but there are so many other things when it comes to relationship. So it's kind of complicated. Okay, so that's it. Today is, what day is today? Wednesday, right? How many days? 28, 29, 30, 31. 3 more days for 2022 to end. Let's hope that the coming year is far better than the year that we have seen. In many ways, we get to learn more, and we get to love more, and keep our fingers crossed about relationships. Probably so many people are going to get into new relationships, and better ones than we had before. Okay, take care. I'll be back tomorrow with some topic. Probably you could just send me some questions. I could answer them, or just add them in my thoughts. Have them in my thoughts so I can think about it and share them here while making the vlog. Okay, take care.